the introduction to the book of Ephesians. Ephesians is a letter written by the Apostle Paul to the church in Ephesus around 60 to 62 AD. This letter is one of 4 letters considered to have been written during Paul's imprisonment in Rome. While addressed to the church in Ephesus, it was meant to be passed around among churches within the vicinity of Asia Minor. Ephesus served as a capital of a Roman province, and as such was an important city in the region. As a strategically important city, it was a center for cosmopolitan life. It was known for its temple of Artemis, which is considered one of the great wonders of the ancient world. Luke records that Paul briefly visited Ephesus in Acts 18. He then returned to the city during his 3rd missionary journey, as recorded in Acts 19, after which he stayed on to pastor for nearly 3 years. So Paul had extensive knowledge of this church and the area around it. This letter doesn't appear to have been written to address any specific problem in the Ephesian church or correct any theological error that the church was flirting with. Instead, it seems intent on strengthening their understanding of what it means to be in Christ and how to live in light of that amazing spiritual reality. In chapters 1 through 3, Paul highlights the blessings and inheritance that belong to all believers in Christ. Then in chapters 4 through 6, he challenges them to embrace those blessings and to take up a new way of living that reflects their relationship to God in Christ. Ephesians has several key passages that are important for understanding its message, but the most famous of these is probably found in chapter 2, verses 8 through 10, where Paul writes, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them." As you read, consider these questions. What are the blessings that I have received in Christ? How are these blessings a demonstration of God's incredible love? How does God want me to live in light of these blessings? Why are the subject of unity and maturity so important in the life of the church? And finally, how could I approach every day in the strength of the Lord? May God richly bless you as you consider the message of this letter.